rude of you. You've never even seen a movie. He's so mad. His feelings are so hurt.
How many more hours left till the season's over with? Damn. I was getting used to this no bullpen stuff. I damn sure don't miss y'all.
Blaney was like trying to figure out what he has to give you to do a helmet trade. So what does he have to give?
Put their foot down on that one. I'm not even getting it. So I don't know. Maybe if he wins the championship, they might give it to him. We'll see. I'll give it to him. Maybe. I don't know.
He said you don't do helmet trade.
I just always loved my helmets. Ever since I remember getting my first one painted. And I thought it was the coolest thing, right? And so I take a lot of pride in my helmets and what they look like and making sure there's no scratches or dings on them. They go through wear and tear of the race, obviously. But I've always been a helmet guy, and I think the only one that I would trade with is probably Lewis. That would be pretty cool to have one of his. But other than that, man, no offense to Blaney. I mean, Frank does our helmets, but his is boring. That's why he wants some boring stuff on his helmets. It looks good. Frank does a really good job.
Besides a helmet,
like what?
a lightsaber.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Columbia's been a great partner, and how cool has this whole Star Wars thing been to be involved in from start to where it's at now?
Yeah, look, I'm late to the game, right? I've never really had much interest in Star Wars, and when we heard rumblings about it, I was like, all right, well, I guess I need to study up on my history here, and so actually Amanda wanted to as well. So I watched the first one a couple weeks ago, and we watched it again with Amanda yesterday, and you could start to appreciate, this was like the first big franchise like back then, and you're wondering what all the hype is. So you get to watch it, and there's a lot of cool things, a lot of things that it's like you got to remember when this was shot, It's kind of creeping up on y'all's age bracket, some of y'all in this group. So got to remember that. Y'all aren't good at acting. But, no, it's actually really cool. So for Columbia to have the partnership since 2016 has been really cool for them, and to build on such an iconic brand and to come out with limited edition pieces is really special for them. And for us to play a part in it, it's just even better.
So did you really geek out when you did the Mark Hamill thing then, or not? When you did the video with him?
No, I mean, look, my boss is MJ, so I didn't geek out over him. I didn't geek out over Mark Hamill. I don't get starstruck. But when he did say, "May the Force be with you always," that was pretty cool. Like I've heard that line. Everybody and their mother says it. And when you hear it from him, it was pretty special.
Now that you've seen the movie, do you get a little better sense of the dark side and light?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But did you,
Yeah.
when you found out about the sponsorship, were you excited at all that Blaney was just going to be totally jealous for anything?
I mean, he thinks it's cool and all. I think everybody's been wondering how jealous he is. I mean, I told him since day one, what I said, hey, man, I think we're going to be running a Star Wars scheme in Phoenix. Blaney in his boring ways is, oh, cool, that's sweet. So that's how he is.
He said he was stung.
He said
he was
Stung.
He said
So
stung.
I think you tweeted that, and I was like, did you misspell stung? I was stung.
No, like it stings.
Stung like a bee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
it
stung
stings.
Like a bee.
Okay. I took that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, his feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
You
Well,
couldn't even get him to record "Will the Force Be With You" to send.
hey, he's the one who wanted to go with Flag and Anthem. So Columbia's a way better sponsor. So.
Are you really this done, with the season? You're ready for that break that badly?
Yeah. I always say with 3 races to go, you're already looking forward to the off season. So in 3 weeks, I'll be looking forward to the season start back up again. So, just ready to get the race underway, and hopefully it goes good and close out the season in a really good way. Our speed was okay in practice yesterday. Seeing the averages, we were just kind of decent, kind of where we always been. So going to have to grind really hard. I got to qualify better. I suck at qualifying here. Our qualifying streak's been really good the last couple of weeks. So let's see if we can keep it going and capitalize off with a good day tomorrow.
Does this feel like a season of progress for you? Like when you look back at it, is this something where you say, okay, I raised my game,
Yeah, I would say so for sure. I mean, definitely, being talked about a lot more for our performances and race results, and not so much in the negative headlines. So that's good. So we just got to continue to build on that, and we definitely learned a lot about who I am as a driver and just trying to be a better team leader, and it's all starting to click more and more. So we just got to get the wick lit earlier in the season and get on a hot streak and keep that flame going. So.
What do you mean by learn as a driver, who you are as a driver? What do you mean by that?
Just figure out where your spot is in the sport and how to be better and things you need to work on, and understanding how these races play out, and to never give up. You get super frustrated at the beginning of races when you create this master plan and nothing goes according to plan in this sport. And so I think before you just get dialed out and pissed off, frustrated, and you guys would make that a much bigger headline than the race winner for some reason. But now I think it's just keeping your head in the game and taking what the finishes will give you. Look at Miami. We ran like not very good, average all day. We ended up 6th, so I thought that was pretty good for us. But just continuing to have races like that.
How big is potentially finishing top 10 in points? I mean, I know you're not here to finish top 10 in points. Ultimately, it's to win. But what does, if you finish top 10?
Well, if we win, then we'll for sure finish top 10 in points. So it's a dogfight thing from 8th, 9th on back. So it's nice to be in that mix. We know what we need to do. We just got to be better than those guys that were racing around. The 6th car, I've seen. Congrats to him and his wife and the family. But starting from the back at Phoenix is tough task. So I think he's 8th right now, or no, Buscher's 8th now, right? Yeah, Sumter. So maybe that helps us out with points as well. But we just got to grind. If we can get stage points both stages and have a really good finish, then just make sure we did everything that we could, and wherever we end up, we end up.
Kind of on this question, like how much of a step forward do you feel like this year's been from all aspects?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of called that shot, in January of this year, that this would be our best year yet, and it has been. I mean, we've picked up 10 positions in points from last season, right? And this is the hardest rung of the ladder that you're going to climb, in this rank, and so to be saying that you're top 10 is really good, but I'm still losing sleep over not winning a race this year.
Is Mark going to be here?
I don't think so.
Bubba, you graduated high school with Corey Seager.
Yeah.
Did you pay any attention to the World Series or talk to him or anything?
No, I haven't. He was a year younger than me, and my wife and I were actually talking about it Wednesday. He was traveling more than me at that time, and there was already people saying he's going to be one of the best baseball players that we'll ever see, and it's cool to see he is living up to that. Proud of his success. We were never really that close. We lived a 1/10 of a mile from each other, but it's definitely cool to see. I'm not a big baseball fan, but seeing him win the World Series again with a new team, the Rangers, is pretty special. So congrats to him and his family.
How long were you with Mark Hamill, and what did you talk about?
What was the first part of that?
How long were you two together?
Like 4 or 5 hours. It was quick. I'm looking forward to the day to where if you guys want to interview or anything like that, then you have to come to my house on my time, because that's how he was. And I thought that was so boss. It's like, I'm not going anywhere except my house. So I think I got now 20 more years, 30 more years of doing this to get to that point. But he's just a real personable guy, just trying to understand more about the sport and what it takes, and had a lot of fun that day.
And did you get any acting tips from him?
No. Him and I, we were just straight-faced the whole time, and it was good.
What did you think you did really well this year, and then what other areas you think you could improve on?
Managing races better, a lot better for sure. Qualifying, I've been terrible at qualifying, and right now I'm probably jinxing it, but I kind of expected it going into here because I'm not very good here. But eight weeks in a row, I think, qualifying in the second round. I don't know. I think I had maybe 8 total last year, But qualifying's been better, and just communication with the team, showing up more prepared at places where I struggle. Road courses have been better, so there's a lot to look at. But like I said a second ago, the wins, for me, in my personal opinion, trumps everything. So.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.